But I might as well just stream just to stream. Might as well just stream to stream. I might as well just stream to stream. I know you wanna. So it's like it's not no horror. It's just like some random shit. I probably just upload the whole VOD instead of like record. So have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, I have not played it. It said please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Let me turn that echo shit off. She said, I wonder. Wait, is it? What did I click? Hey, hey, 1 2 1 2. Hey, she said, I wonder. All right. It said please adjust to where it's barely visible. So like that. It said I'm also bricked up Gruz. I'm also bigged up Gruz. Are you trying to call me a grandpa? The grandpa hose? The fuck, Gruz? What is Gruz? That's the only thing. And that what niggas be saying. Is that supposed to be grandpa hose? Like what the fuck? It said please enter the current time. What time is it? It's 4:17 right now. Let's see if this shit boring or not. I'm also bricked up Gruz. It said no accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. If it's boring, hopefully it's not boring enough where I can't play. Don't act like I don't see you. That shit not even creepy. The only reason that's creepy is because there's a black ass mannequin behind me, like a fucking mannequin doll, actually behind me. Shit, I'm not even.
This is the story of a
Am I
man
even?
named
Is
Stanley.
21 considered unk? I mean, I'm an uncle,
Stanley
but is that
worked for a
considered
company in a
age?
big building
I
where
don't think
he
that's
was
age yet.
employee number 427.
I'm in your
Employee
rose
number
toy.
427's job
Ain't
was
no rose
simple.
toys like the little
He sat
thing.
at his
That's for
desk
the
in
woman,
room
right?
427 and he
I wonder
pushed
if those shit
buttons on
said
a
you're
keyboard.
21. Damn. What
Orders
the
came to
fuck?
him through a monitor on his desk,
You
telling
go-
him what buttons to push,
What?
how long
Why
to
you put that
push
many
them,
M's?
and
What the?
in what
What's
order.
wrong with 21?
This
That's
is what
like
employee
beginning of life.
427 did every day,
That's damn
every
near
month
basically like,
of every year.
yeah. What
And
the
although
fuck?
others might have considered it
I'm a young
soul-breaking,
adult. Chill out,
Stanley
plus one.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
And I thought I was
Something
old.
he would never
How
quite
old are you?
forget.
How old are you? If
He
you
had
saying
been
you
at his
think you was
desk for
old, nigga,
nearly
you're
an
old.
hour when he
What you
realized that not
mean?
one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had
No,
showed
yeah,
up to give him
I'm 11.
instructions, call a meeting,
What the
or even
fuck?
say hi.
What
Never
the
in all
fuck?
his years at
Nigga
the
talking about,
company
and I think
had
I'm
this
old. You
happened,
only
this
11, nigga. You a
complete
little nigga.
isolation. Something was very
You didn't even
clearly
hit puberty
wrong.
yet. What the
Shocked,
fuck?
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable
That
to
21
move
is
for
that
the
brother.
longest
Chill.
time.
21 is not old. That's
But as he
like
came to his wits
a
and
young
regained
adult.
his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Office, like what right here?
All of his
Little
co-workers
nigga
were
with this
gone.
strong Vinny
What could
ass.
it mean?
Hey, cut that gay shit
Stanley
out, little
decided
nigga.
to go to the meeting
Nah, I'm
room.
18.
Perhaps he had simply
It's
missed
too
the
late, bro.
memo.
You already said you're 11. I believe you're 11 now.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
Tell
couldn't find
your
a
mama on
trace
your
of his
ass.
co-workers.
Wait, what am I doing? This is an MD ass office. I need to pay attention. He said, what? What am I supposed to be doing?
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Magic
doors,
Johnson,
he entered
son.
the door on his left.
I ain't gonna lie, even though I'm black, that don't really got nothing to do with it. I don't know why I started off like that. Ain't he a basketball player? I don't know who he is. I've heard his name though.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
He not a basketball player there, because that nigga's look rough.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What if I don't take that door?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, now he plays with the wrong balls. It's two though. Hey, pause on that. Cut that shit out. Wait,
Look,
where?
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
I'm not
not.
gonna lie. I don't
I
even know what I'm
realize that
doing.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
The
has been
bigger
about
one.
nothing but you all this
So
time.
basketball.
There's someone
Kevin, you
you've
talking
been
about balls?
neglecting,
How balls bigger
Stanley.
than basketball?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
What game this
yourself.
is?
Now, I'm not asking for
It's
me,
called. Wait,
I'm
what even
asking
is
for
this shit
her.
called? It's called the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It was a free game. It was either this or Suicide Squad.
This is it, Stanley.
But niggas
Your
said
chance to redeem
Suicide Squad
yourself,
ass,
to put
and
your
it's
work
100 GB.
aside, to let her
I
back
don't know what
into
this
your
game about, but
life.
searching it up on Rule
She's been
34. Thank you
waiting.
for the new Goon material. Goon material, Rule 34. Bro, just look at normal porn. Ain't that just shit with the art? That's that shit. Oh my god, nigga, you're a real gooner then.
That's her,
Holy
Stanley.
fuck.
You need to be the one to do this, to
Nigga
reach
said
out
thank
to
you for the new
her.
material.
If
This
you can
nigga, you can't
truly
even see
place
nothing on
your
this
faith in
game.
another, then pick up the
I
phone.
swear I heard niggas say that's what that shit is. Wait, what am I? It said click the phone up. I can't leave. I can't even pick the phone up. Am I tweaking? Oh, unplug it. What the fuck you want me to do? Voice is enough. That's not his voice. This nigga gonna go into the fucking narrator voice. Oh nah, nigga. You might be the way lost son gang.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold
Hold
on,
on.
sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All
Hold on, he got a bad
right.
bitch. Where she at though?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
What
your
is this game
daily
about? I don't think
life.
this game's a horror. I don't know what it's about.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want
People
to
said it
commit
was
their life
good,
to
but
you?
I think they
I'm
just
trying
said
to
this
make a
shit
point here,
adventure game
Stanley.
or some
I'm
bullshit.
trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't do good with horror games. I wet my bed the next day.
This is a very sad
That
story
basically
about
just
the
makes you
death of a
pussy,
man
mate.
named Stanley.
So hey, you might be older than me, cause that's some old nigga shit. That's dead ass some old nigga shit. You can't control your bladder. You an old nigga. It said good morning employee. You press circle on your controller. Yo, hold up. What if I don't? Look at her chest. Oh, what the fuck? She do got something. I thought she didn't have nothing. It don't got no detail though.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I was letting him. What the fuck? But you a chatting ass nigga. That's cow.
Look at him there, pushing
Shit,
buttons,
nigga, she is
doing
not flat. Stop
exactly what he's
disrespecting that.
told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
I'm dead
One
ass so
might even
confused
feel
though.
sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I don't really know.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
You checking out? You mean we
Fantastic
checking out
discoveries
a
of new
mannequin? Plus
lands.
you
It was
checked it out
wonderful.
first, nigga.
And each
You
day
are
that
the
he
real
returned to
gooner.
work
Is
was a
that your
reminder
controller
that
stick,
none
Joe?
of it would ever happen to
Nah, that's
him.
me moving around, but I do. Let me see. Let me let go. Let me let go of it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But if I like that, it's hella worse than other games. But so far, it's not that bad.
And
Yeah,
so
what
he
is this
began to
game like?
fantasize
It's
about
not
his
a
own
horror game,
job.
so I don't know what it's
First, he
about.
imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building
Oh, you
had
could
suddenly
crouch.
vanished off the
Man,
face
do
of
that.
the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Click at S sound mad where it said press circle to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
You got a strong ass chin. It said please press.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down
Niggas
one
about how to
path lay
make
an
a
enormous
lead
round room with
for your
monitors and
office.
mind controls. And down
Lead.
another was a yellow
What that
line that
mean?
weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a
I chose this
wonderful
over Marvel
fantasy,
Rivals. It's
and
kind
so
of
in his
crazy.
head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played
Nigga,
just one more
is
time.
that supposed to be young? Like the hard R, nigga. It said please press circle.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
I ain't gonna lie.
In
Did that make
reality,
me a
all
quitter
he's
if I hop
doing
on
is
Marvel
pushing
Rivals
the
right
same
now?
buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he
I don't know what this
gets,
game's gonna
the
be
more
about,
he
but
forgets which life is the real one.
it do not feel like a horror game right now. It don't feel like anything. It said please press.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never
Yeah,
be
no
anything
patience.
but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this.
Bitch, I've been
Stanley,
listening to you this
the
whole
next time the
time.
screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Wait on Switch games. I'm almost
You
finished.
see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains
Bro, you're
here
a freak
is
ass nigga,
electing to
bro.
kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't.
Then let me
Not
push
in the
no
way
other
I
button.
want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play
You
to
need
my
to turn that
intended purpose,
sleepy
the
Wisma
same
to
as
Gunnar
Stanley.
Wisma.
We're not so
Top
different, I suppose.
Gunnar Wisma at
I'll
that.
try once more to convey all this
Freak
to him.
ass
I'm
Wisma.
compelled
Freaky
to.
Wisma.
I must.
Nigga, take that sleepy out.
Perhaps. Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Bro, cut that freak
And I
shit
tried-
out, bro. You're 11, gang. What the fuck? This shit just crashed. What happened? Did I die? The end is never the end is never the end. What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hell, Riz, that shit sucked. Nah, bro, you already said it, bro. It's too late.
When Stanley
that
came
freak
to
shit
a
out.
set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So am I a slave in this game? Like, what's going on?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a
ignore
staircase,
this nigga,
Stanley
see.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What he gonna do about it?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a
It's like a
competitive
backroom
economy,
game.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yo, what the
For
fuck
example,
am I doing?
why couldn't he see his feet
is this shit
when he
about?
looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look
If you were
pretty
a
familiar.
dog, would you hit
Were
on
they
a
simply
crocodile?
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he
I
came
gotta
to the
think about. I gotta
conclusion
think about
that
that.
had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
That was a dog.
he
You gotta
yelled.
think about it.
This is all
What if
a
a
dream.
dog plus
Oh,
crocodile
what a
breed?
relief Stanley felt to have
How
finally
you think that
found
would
an
look,
answer,
though?
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Hey, let me
He
chill.
wasn't
I'm
going
thinking
to
too
lose
much.
his
Do
job.
a crocodile?
He wasn't crazy
It's
after
crazy.
all.
Do a crocodile even got?
He thought to
Do
himself,
they even
I
got
suppose I'll
genitals?
wake up
I don't
soon.
think they.
I'll
I
have to
don't
go
fucking
back
know.
to my boring real
They gotta
life
have
job
something
pushing
though to be
buttons.
fucking breeding.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still
I've never
lucid.
seen one.
So he
I don't
imagined
think I want to
himself
see one, but
flying
I've never
and
like
began
seen
to
one.
gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was
Hold on, I
he
gotta.
so lucid?
Hold on.
And then perhaps
Hold
the
on.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
shit.
everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Bitch, you said I think
And
I'm
while
getting
he
sick,
thought it
nigga.
all
You
very
are
odd
sick.
and wondered if this voice
What the
spoke to all
fuck? Are you
people in my
slow?
dreams,
Nigga, you
the
just
truth
say your
was that, of
throat sore
course,
and your nose
this was
burn.
not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
I think my
deceiving
nose
himself,
only stopped up,
believing that if he's
so I'm a
asleep,
little
he
sick.
doesn't have to take
But nigga, you might have
responsibility
something
for
worse,
himself?
gang.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Pray for me, twin.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words
I can't,
was
bro.
quite a shock
That
to
shit might
Stanley.
get on me.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this
I might
was
die
in
to
fact
it.
a
R.I.P.
dream. Did the voice not see him
R.I.P.
float and make the
King.
magical stars just a moment
Better
ago?
drink- hey, better
How
drink
else
some
would
water.
the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too.
I'm
Surely, if he could just...
Yo, what the fuck?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
I'm high,
So
twin.
he closed his eyes gently,
I don't
and he
know why I
invited
read that shit in
himself
my
to
head like
wake
that.
up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press
What
of the
games you play?
mattress on his
I
back,
ain't gonna lie, I just be playing random
the
shit. I
fresh air
appreciate it.
of a world outside this one.
Like, if I don't got shit
Let
to
me
play,
wake up,
I hop on
he thought
Fortnite,
to
play that shit
himself.
for an hour, cause I get
I'm
bored of it.
through with this dream. I wish it to be
I've been
over.
playing. I fuck with Marvel
Let me
Rivals,
go back to my job.
but I haven't
Let me
been
continue
playing it
pushing
that
the
much.
buttons.
Trying
Please.
to play Princess
It's all I
Simulator on
want.
Roblox.
I want my apartment and my wife.
Paul, is
My
it
job.
chill? Is it crazy?
All
That's a
I want
bonding.
is my
That's not
life
even an
exactly
excuse.
the way
It's
it's
not an
always
excuse.
been.
Bonding with my
My
sister
life
on what's
is
that shit on
normal.
Roblox?
I
It
am
look-
normal.
that shit
Everything will
called?
be fine.
Dress to
I
impress. I
am
think that's what that bullshit's called.
Okay.
That's just W. That's just W bonding, right? That shit made me. It's even weirder because I was thinking it's
Stanley
weird, but I was
began
just
screaming.
bonding. But I was
Please,
What the
someone
fuck? Why the
wake me
music
up.
play
My
like
name
that?
is Stanley.
I've never played
I have
Marvel
a
Rivals.
boss.
Is
I
it
have an
good?
office. I am
I ain't gonna lie,
real.
it's good.
Please, just
For your
someone
freak ass,
tell me
it's
I'm
good
real.
Gooner
I
material.
must be
But
real. I
for
must
me,
be.
like,
Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who
it's a
am
good
I?
game. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with it. I fuck with it
And
kind of heavy.
everything went black.
It's just annoying sometimes though. When if you playing rank, that shit just fucking annoying.
This is the story of a woman named
I seen
Mariella.
a video on TikTok and Venom had a strong Vandy dick.
Mariella woke up on a day like
That's
any
cap.
other.
They do got that
She
nigga caked up on the
arose,
game
got
though.
dressed, gathered her belongings,
Unless somebody
and
modded
walked
that
to her
shit.
place of work.
They did have
But
that.
on
They
this
do got a
particular
skin with that
day,
nigga caked
her
up though.
walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for
Yeah,
just
you a
a
freak
few
by
brief
nature. The
moments,
fact that you
she
put that all in
considered the
caps
strange
just to
man.
say I could send you the
He
video.
was obviously crazy. This much
He
she
got
knew.
BBC.
Everyone knows what
He
crazy
got
people
BBC,
look like.
twin.
And in that moment,
I be
she
beat
thought
that
to
ass.
herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
Beat that.
I am
Beat
in
that
control
ass,
of my
bro.
mind. I know
Yo, you
what
was a
is real
gooner to your
and
core.
what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and
I
in a
hope.
certain way, seeing this man made her feel
Oh,
better.
wait, hey.
But
Hey,
then
you
she
seen the
remembered
video? You
meeting
seen
she
the
had
Venom?
scheduled for that
It got
day.
BBC.
The very important
I can
people
send you
whose
the video.
impressions of
That's
her
how you
would affect her
sound.
career,
Doing
and
that
by
ad, bro, like,
extension,
what the
rest of her
fuck?
life. She had no time for this. So
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure
only a
niggas did
moment
mod that
that
shit
she
in
stood
though.
there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Hold on, let me find out I beat the game already. I can and I will.
All of his co-workers were
But
gone.
did not start
What
a
could it
preach
mean?
about fucking Venom.
Stanley
BBC
decided to
game,
go to the
please.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what the? I'm not slow. Am I like what? What's the
When
like?
Stanley
point of it?
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
I'm
his
not
left.
listening to
This
that.
was not the
I haven't
correct
even
way
been
to the
listening
meeting
to them. They
room,
were just
and
playing.
Stanley knew it perfectly
I just
well.
been walking. I don't know
Perhaps
what
he
he's
wanted
talking
to
about.
stop
I
by
think
the
like
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
every time I don't listen to him.
Yes, this room.
Let me see,
But
bro. I
eager
don't
to
know
get
what kind
back
of
to
game
business,
this is.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley
see
was
if he
so
can
bad
crash
at
out on me.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Oh, me.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Let me get my baby. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, but is it fuck Diddy? But is this a crazy take? I'm not, bro. At the end of the day, R. Kelly is what he is, bro. Even
All
though,
of his co-workers
yeah,
were
bro, he
gone.
is
What
what
could
he
it
is,
mean?
bro. He got
Stanley
music. His
decided to
music
go to
fire,
the
but
meeting room. Perhaps
I
he had
can't say
simply
he
missed
not.
a memo.
Even though who finna sit there and let him pee on him, he did this shit. So nah, that's crazy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Let me
and
do it one more
Stanley
time
knew it
before I get
perfectly
off.
well. Perhaps he
Let
wanted
me
to
not
stop
know.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't want
The
to do that.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
I didn't finish
Stanley
it.
took the
See, that's
first
it.
open
Sounds
door on
crazy,
his
but it's not
left.
crazy. Like R. Kelly, but I don't think he should be free. I ain't gonna lie. I used to think, but like when I thought, you feel me? He shouldn't be free because at the same time he did. I don't. Was they kids? I don't. I think they were, but the parents should be locked up too because that's some crazy shit. But who's sitting there letting somebody pee on him? But he also he a grown ass man. I'm not feeling defend that shit. He a grown ass man. He know what he did, so he do deserve like to be locked up.
Stanley
Like,
was so
damn,
bad
bro.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
What if I
ago.
fall off again?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
For sure.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Should I try one more
Stanley
time
leapt
and
from the
actually listen? I
platform
don't.
and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. Appreciate that, twin.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
No,
mean?
R. Kelly pee. I
Stanley
think he peed
decided
on.
to go to the
Let me
meeting
see.
room. Perhaps he had
So what if
simply
I'm
missed a
spreading
memo.
misinformation? Why is R. Kelly locked up? What the fuck? I think he did some crazy shit though. Oh no, fuck no. Oh, I guess it was child abuse. Oh, no, that nigga was a fucking demon. Well, never mind. That was a crazy ass take by me. I didn't know that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It say child abuse, but that's like Siri. But I'm pretty sure.
Yet there was not a
think that
single
shit been like a
person
rumor
here
since.
either.
Nah,
Feeling
rumor.
a
I guess
wave
it's a
of
fact now.
disbelief,
Since like
Stanley
when I was in
decided to
middle
go
school,
up to his boss's
they
office,
peed on like.
hoping he coming to a
peed
staircase.
on kids
Stanley
and
walked
bullshit.
upstairs to his
Just some
boss's
weird shit.
office.
Let's see. That'll be the game by listener. You seen what's happening in Cali?
Stepping into his manager's
If it's something
office,
crazy,
Stanley
probably
was
not.
once again
I
stunned
seen
to
some
discover
shit
not an
about
indication of any human
Louisiana,
life.
but
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
they say
who
immigrants getting
orchestrated this.
deported.
What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the
Damn.
keypad behind the boss's desk
Damn, you already got your
guarded
bags
the
packed.
terrible truth
They finna
that
come
his
get you.
boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an
Too
extra
far away.
secret pin
I
number.
mean, no, I didn't see it, but like, you know what else is
2845.
happening?
But of course,
You finna say some
Stanley
dumb shit
couldn't
to put a
possibly
nest
have
on make
known
sure.
this.
Yeah, what is this game about though? Like, you can't even
Stanley
interact with
just
anything.
sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Alternate version of you getting a dit over there.
2845.
What's this? Wait, can I type? I got stick drift. Let me see.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I got what I see. No way you play like that. What are you talking about? What happened?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as
What
though he
about
felt
saying
more
no?
free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when
Like,
for
but
years
I can't
it
even
had
see
never
it, but
occurred
yeah.
to him?
Then
This
that is a
question
command.
would not go unanswered for long.
Oh shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Damn, nigga. I'm already at the end of. What you talking about?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted
I don't want
effort
to hear
to
your
walk
freak ass.
forward and
Yo, what's
willingly
your freak
confront
ass
his
secret,
death.
nigga? Wait, I might actually better die. I ain't gonna lie, this might be the last one right here. Then I might hop on Marvels. Oh shit, that's gay. Oh. Oh, what's happening?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
I lucid dreamed to cradle
Perhaps his
Joe
death was
Biden
of
in my
no great
arms.
loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he
That Joe Biden, he the
resigned
old
and
nigga. He was the
willingly
president,
accepted
right?
this violent
Yeah,
end
y'all
to
ass
his
nasty.
brief and shallow life. Farewell,
They said they
Stanley.
say he got cloned. What you think about that?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
What the
into
fuck
the
is this?
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant,
Did he just turn
Stanley
to a
was
female?
obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Cal. Nigga just lied. I beat.
And
I'm
yet it
like
would be
that. Did I
just a
beat
few
it?
minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in
Huh?
his office, as
Motherfucker
alive as
not.
ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know, bro. He did kind of look
When
taller,
every path you can walk has
but I
been
didn't really
created for you
look
long in
into it too
advance,
much.
death becomes
I just seen
meaningless,
a pic. That
making
nigga little
life the
taller.
same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he
Oh
hit
shit! So I'm
start?
in heaven. He said, "Can you give me a tilt?" You finna like, bruh, I can't even, cause you a fucking gooner, my nigga. It said my friend said I'm mature for my age. What I say back? Say cap, cause that's hella cap from what I'm seeing. Hella cap. They look you dead in your face and just lie. They look you dead in your face and just lie to your ass. Wait, did I actually beat the game? I think I beat this shit. The fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
It said no,
How
you
they
didn't
wish
beat
to
the game,
control
Grandma.
one
I think I
another.
beat it.
How they both wish to be free.
Hey, I might be like that. Flip it. Not gonna lie, you sound fruity. Cause
Can you
cut that
see?
shit out, bro. I'm
Can you
sick.
see how much they need one another?
Bro, cut
No,
that shit.
perhaps not.
I'm sick, bro.
Sometimes
So my
these
voice
things
like that
cannot be
now.
seen.
I'm kind of sick. My nose stuffy.
But listen to me. You can still save these two.
I don't think
You
my
can stop
throat's
the
for
program
pause.
before
I
they
don't know
both
why I'm
fail.
saying pause.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop
Said turn it
now.
off, did I
It'll be
turn
your
it off?
only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Yo, squished me. Sick. Biggest excuse ever. What you mean? I looked it up. It did say it fuck with your voice. But I don't think my throat sore. It's just like, bruh, cause y'all ass a fucking gooner. I can't say anything without thinking yo ass might say some freak shit. But like, I'm gonna just say it. Cause when I swallow, it's like it's a weird feeling in my throat. Pause. It's just like some like
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know how
Stanley
to explain
decided
it
to
though,
go to the
but what it
meeting
say?
room.
It's saying like
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I forgot. I lit it up. It said some bullshit though.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
When you swallow, what could this mean? Nigga, it's the spit, you fucking
Yet
idiot,
there
bro.
was
I'm
not
talking
a
about,
single person
bro, you
here
know what I
either.
mean.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yeah, freak out
Stanley
probably don't, cause
decided to go
you
up
too
to his
far gone.
boss's office.
You
Hoping
too
to
far
climb to
gone,
a
bro.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So wait, is there no way to beat this game?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers
Yeah,
on the
already,
boss's
huh?
desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
I forgot the
In
code.
fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
No, it's like multiple
And so
choice
the boss
game.
had
It gives
assigned
you
it an
every
extra
different choice you
secret
make.
PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly
So
have
is there
known
no way
this.
to beat this shit? It's not even a horror game.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, this stick just beat my ass. It said this bot better stop saying no before I touch it with my VR headset. Like, you can't beat
2845.
it. Hey, you said no again, nigga. 2485. So wait, what you mean you can't beat it?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
So it's just different endings like every time. What's this way? There's nothing there. Hey, some NyQuil. Just for a hug. I better go. What the fuck? When I looked it up, it say gargle some salt water or some shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
But you
door
say your
that read
nose burning,
Mind
so
Control
nah, you
Facility.
21 right. Why finished? Graduated? Yeah, I graduated. Why finished? They continue with a hurt throat, nigga. When I lit it up, it said gargling salt water. I'm straight, Dad. I'm straight. Nigga, do you not gargle fucking mouthwash?
The lights rose on an
What?
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Why ain't finish? I ain't gonna lie, bro. School was ass, bro. I don't care.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
That shit should have
revealed.
taught you more
Each
shit.
bore the number of an employee in the building.
Like, fucking
Stanley's
important shit.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Damn. Shit's great. Hey, better get. Hey, nigga, you might need to enroll. So that's even more proof. You say you dropped out of 6th grade, even though you trolling. But I'm taking it as if you really did. They looked at you in your face and lied to your ass, saying you was much more mature.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yeah, nigga,
was this the only
yours.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Alright, calm down, Gruz. I know you want you.
No. He refused
Hey,
to believe
bro, if
it.
you're the
He
way,
couldn't
son, ain't you in a
accept it.
relationship with
His
a whole
own
white dude right
life
now?
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
ain't you the way,
utterly
son?
blind to the world?
It's dark as fuck.
But here was the proof. The
Hold
heart
on,
of the
I might-
operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
might be the ending.
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for
Yo,
all.
stop fucking playing. Bro, what you mean? I don't even got no accent. So what freaky accent? Hey, nigga, I'm putting that on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only
Of course
so much
they'll
that
freak
machine
ass
can
like a
do.
ghost
You
made
were
you a thug
supposed
tour.
to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm
Wait,
afraid
turned
you
it
don't
off?
have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
How
and
tall
I
are you?
believe you'll
How
find
tall
this
am I?
pertinent.
I'm 3'5".
Stanley suddenly realized
Tall
he
shit.
had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
Wait.
system.
Maybe I'm
In
3'4". I
the
think I'm
event that
3'4".
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
What you playing laughing emojis for, nigga? That's pretty tall.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more
That
fun, isn't it,
music's playing
Stanley?
like that.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's
Way to go
your
put a
story
skirt
now.
on. Way to
Shape
go
it to
put
your
a
heart's
skirt on.
desires.
What
Oh,
the
this is
fuck?
much better than what I had in mind.
Yo,
What a
a
shame
group
we
of
have so
midgets gonna
little
just fucking
time
jump
left
you
to
one day.
enjoy it. Mere moments until
Wait, am
the
I supposed to be
bomb
running?
goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Other than nigga
about
evil, I think
me,
he's trying to kill me.
Where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Damn.
All right, I'm in a good
Nigga
mood.
showing his
You're
true
gonna
colors.
die
I already
anyway.
knew he-
I'll tell you
Damn.
exactly what happened.
Damn,
to
I
me.
already knew he was like
I
this, though.
erased them. I turned off the
Yeah,
machine.
not
I
to
set
brag,
you free.
but I'm 5'4".
Of course, that
Thank
was
God
merely
I'm taller
in
than
this
your
instance
freak
of the
ass.
story. Sometimes
Woo!
when I tell it, I simply let you
Oh
sit
my
there in your
God.
office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying
Thank
alone.
you, bro.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
What am I supposed to
swallowing
do?
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
3-5.
But I'm sure whatever I come
Actually,
up with on the next
3-4.
go-around will be even better.
You're like, bruh.
My goodness,
Nah,
only
I want to
34
see.
seconds left.
I don't want to. I
But
don't
I'm
want to
enjoying this
experience.
so
But like, how you
much.
think?
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put
Niggas
some
3-5,
extra
that's
time
basically
on the
like
clock,
ball
am I
height.
not? These are
That's
precious
ball height and
additional
pussy height.
seconds, Stanley.
So like,
Time
do
doesn't
they just
grow
go
on
around
trees.
smelling ass? I
Oh,
feel like that
dear
shit would
me,
be
what's the
depressing.
matter,
I'm not gonna
Stanley?
lie.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did
I
you
don't
just
care
assume when you
about
saw
where
that timer
you'll
that
fall
something
harder.
in this room was capable of
Nigga.
turning it off? I mean,
That's a
look at
milk.
you,
That don't
running
even make
from button
sense.
to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These number
Oh, you
buttons,
bitch ass nigga! I just
these
seen that
colored
door.
ones, or maybe this
I just
big
seen
red
that
button,
shit.
or this door. Everything,
They
anything,
said, yeah, they
something
do just
here
smell
will
sweaty
save
balls.
me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
I think it
Do
could be
you
beaten,
have
bro.
any
I don't know how to
idea what
beat it
your
though.
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Some freak
But
shit
I'm
about
going to
this game.
destroy it first, so you
I would imagine it's probably some niggas probably making freak
Take a look
shit
at the
up about
clock,
this shit,
Stanley.
though.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just
Nigga, you
being
coming
broken
with me? Ain't you like, is he not
Will you
in my
cling
head?
desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it
Well,
go
nah, 'cause
peacefully?
when I die, these
Another
will be dead.
choice. Make it count. Or don't.
Oh,
it's all the
it's
same.
buttons. I
All
have not
part
been
of the
clicking the
joke.
buttons.
And believe me,
Hey, we
I
finna
will
blow
be
up together
laughing at
then,
every
nigga.
second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Type shit. I thought I was gonna still be alive. I'm cold as fuck, but I don't want to close the window. Like, nigga, what? I'm cold as fuck, but I don't want to close the window.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the
I'm
Future
cold as
Happiness
fuck,
Foundation. We are
but I
confirming your
don't
shipment
want
of
to close the window.
1,327
No wonder your
cardboard
ass
boxes
sick.
to
Oh
your
my,
place of work.
hey,
Can
nigga,
you
what?
verify that this is correct?
When the fine shit to come through my window. Your nose burning. That's not gonna happen, game.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Hold on, wait. Is this new, right? I don't hear the nigga in my head. Hey, I don't hear him in my head. Did I get him killed? Smoked his ass. Let me see.
When
Let me go
Stanley
to-
came to
oh,
a set of two
fucking
open
hell.
doors, he entered the door and this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You a hater. You just mad. You won't give
Standing
Spider-Woman
now in this
through your
incredible
open window.
room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
Spider-Woman.
Then the feeling went, but eager to get back to business,
Alright, it's a
Stanley took
fucking
the
Gwen. I was
first
about to say,
open
what the
door on
hell?
his left.
Trying to trick
Stanley
it.
was so
It's gonna
bad
close
at
the
following
door.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Alright, this
I'm
is
not
my
your
last
enemy,
round.
really,
I said that
I'm
shit like 3
I
times already.
realize that
I
investing
want to
your
see,
trust
bro.
in
I feel like
someone
it's
else
gotta
can be
be.
difficult, but the fact is
gotta
that
be a
the
way to beat
story
this,
has
though.
been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Hold on, could not
Someone
make it
you've
right here.
forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle
Yeah,
of something.
fuck
Do you
you,
have
nigga.
zero consideration for others?
I know.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I
I
don't know
already
how
seen
to
you do it,
convince you
bitch.
of this, but I really do want to help you, to
No, you
show you
don't.
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm
You
on
just
your
fucking nuked me,
side.
pussy.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
I
door.
feel why Twin always say this is my last goon of the day. Wait, what door did he say? I didn't hear what door he said. If I don't do anything. Oh, he said red.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Hey,
Stanley
you a bitch,
walked
bruh.
through the red... All right, fine, go
Fuck
ahead,
outta here,
Stanley.
nigga.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section
There's
of the map
something right there.
because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
What?
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Close your window, you fucking idiot.
So
The
far.
fuck?
Tell you what. Let me take a
Talking
stab at the
about
dark new
code,
design,
nigga,
and you
or
can give
get
me
a
some
cover.
feedback. There we go.
Oh. Yeah, you might be a bro. You might be
this
a downy.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Respectfully.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
He said, "What? Hold on. Is another door? This is the."
Okay, I'm going to stop you
Please
there.
for your
Now,
experience.
tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm
This is
looking
like a
for
dead
some
ass.
real
This
critical
is like
feedback
dead ass
here.
right here.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Did he call me a Down syndrome?
But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
I called you a downy.
Here,
Nigga, did you
based
call
on
me
the
a
data
Down
from your
syndrome?
previous
Like, you say
playthrough,
the whole
I've
thing.
compiled a new version. And to
I
be
said you
perfectly
might be a
candid,
downy.
I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
I know his voice fading. Yeah, what like? This is a leaderboard. I beat it. This car is beating it, right? Damn. I'm not even on the list. This is you. Yo, what the fuck? That's cap. It say 7 hours. This shit cap. I thought this shit was real. That is 7 hours, right? Yeah, it's 7 hours. Do this count as beating it though? That's not a minute. Yo, that shit was ticking way too slow to be minutes.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
I'm finna smoke my
You wouldn't
ass.
mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yeah,
In
I
this
seen
game,
that shit was
the
going
baby
way too
crawls
slow.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a
let
very
him-
meaningful game, all
let him
about the
burn.
desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for
Get this
about
nigga
4
going.
hours.
Hurry
So
up.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
4
Be
hours?
sure to keep notes on your experience.
And then
You
burn, he good.
heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
You're
I
not burning,
can't
he
think
Gucci.
of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
What
I'm
you
out.
mean? I'm gonna
out.
do that, nigga.
I'm
He
done.
did it.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely
I
valuable.
didn't do any. I
Oh,
didn't
hey,
do
since my
anything.
game's
He
so
did that.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game? just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
I want to see how you
Yes,
look.
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
That shit we in
Fascinating.
Hello Neighbor.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy
What the
man
fuck is this game?
spying on innocent
What's this
civilians
shit really
below
about?
you from up
That
high
baby could
in
have
your
been
creep
P.
tower,
Diddy and you just
perhaps for
killed him.
some
That's
sort
a
of
good
twisted
thing. What
erotic
the fuck?
purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
That's basically like killing
So
Hitler
far,
off.
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it
That's
seems
actually
there's
that
even
crazy
more.
ass.
Come,
Prepared
let's
shit.
venture outward and see what else is
Bro,
out
like,
there.
can I open the door, nigga?
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
I'm out of there.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What the fuck? This nigga is a hater.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a
What
close
the
call.
fuck?
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can
Not
just
gonna
go
lie, you
in
sound
any...
older than 31.
Oh,
Damn,
thank
bro. The
heavens
troop
we're
out, bro. I'm
ready.
actually
We're out of the woods
60.
now, Stanley.
I'm like 62.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Ain't gonna lie, is that believable though? Can I actually like, can I lie and say like I'm like
I
older
think
like that?
this will be
Would that shit
just
work?
the thing.
Just for no reason? Like, say if I think 80 is like pushing it.
Wonderful.
What the
See,
fuck?
this is
This Rocket
exactly what
League?
I had in mind.
What
Just
is
a
that
nice
Rocket League
big
game?
box for you to run
What
around
the
in.
fuck
There
is
isn't
this?
any
Yo, what is
possibility
this
that you could get
game?
lost here.
It's a
Now
big ass
this
field though.
is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Hell no, you sound like
Okay,
a.
so what
But ain't no way
exactly
the
do we do
fucking
here?
gooner is
Let's
saying
see.
I sound like a pretty
There are lots of
21-year-old.
cars here in the back, but
20-year-old.
obviously there's no racetrack.
Like,
Okay, I'm
nigga.
seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's
That is
sports
cow.
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm not wrong. On your life, you're wrong. And that's on your life.
Are you
You're
doing
wrong,
it?
buddy.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked
pretty
so hard
fun.
on? Hold on. What are you doing?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm actually escaping this time.
Stanley,
I
don't
didn't
do that. I
die.
can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Which way do I go? If I fall again. It's just dark as fuck. Alright, yeah, I think I'm doing good. Alright, go take the fucking NyQuil. Ghost ain't giving me any just. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, medicine is for pussy. Guess your throat gonna be hurting like a pussy. uh, that was a good one. And I'm a bitch. I ain't no pussy. Nah, you're more of a pussy than a bitch. Go take your ass to bed then. If you're not gonna take no medicine. What the fuck is that? That's a chair. Can't click shit though. And you fruity.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be
What
the
fruit he
leading
mean?
man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in
Only thing
wherever
you
he is
take
right
is P.
now.
Diddy in the rear.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap
I think I'm
everything up at
too
the
old.
end
I think I'm
to
too
make
old for
sense out
Diddy
of
to
the
mess with me.
chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
So he's
That is
gonna go
what I
after you.
mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I appreciate you for tuning in. This nigga is you a freak ass gooner, bro. Don't forget to switch to Sleepy to Gooner though. When it started, I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm about to
All
hop
of
on
his
Marvel.
co-workers were
It's
gone.
different shit in
What
here
could it
now.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can't even jump. What the fuck is the point of that?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
How long is this game, bruh?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah.
Please,
It
step
would've been
inside
better if
and
it was
see
like
what
a back
thrilling
end
new
game.
adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Go down there, nigga.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that
I'm not
it?
doing that shit 30 times.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the... No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Fuck no. It forces you. Yo, like, it's different though.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
I don't fuck
I
with
want to
you.
show you something!
I don't fuck with you, dude.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
Whole time this nigga finna kill me again.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was
man.
sullied with a cheap PlayStation
I
port?
care about this.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk
But here
with
we
an
go.
hour
He's
of
chatting.
new elevator content.
He's dead ass chatting.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in
Like, this is
games,
like, she just gonna be talking.
and one that offers some of the
That's
most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
How the fuck you expect me to get through there?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Nah, I think it should
Surely
open-
these
open the
reviews were
doors.
glowing
I ain't
as
gonna
well,
lie.
weren't they?
It does sound the headset low. It should do sound low.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
But you don't know me like you
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, his preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I'm gonna skip everything, man, nigga. You told too much.
And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Maybe shut up.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Nigga manipulating
Stanley,
me.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
You're manipulating me.
I've been...
Trying to gaslight me.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire...
Make it too. Go ahead and talk. I know you still there, nigga. Trying to manipulate me to get out.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, enter.
They got chatterbox for real. I want to see him pop up.
The end is never the end, 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 is never...
I mean, can't he just get rid of the button? I might as well just keep clicking this shit. Oh, this shit breaking down. I mean, you in the fucking back rooms anyway. You don't got nothing to lose. Unless you waste the time to get out. You don't got else shit to lose, man. Hold on. I look, he might be freeing myself. I still think he's trying to manipulate me though. See? He patched it. He wanted me to leave. So this building is fucking rotted. Oh shit. Kinda getting creepy, ain't it? I feel like it's trying to trick me. Can I not click it anymore? Bro, he knocked the whole building down. I know what he did that shit. Fuck it, we out. We out this bitch. I feel like what? It's probably not gonna be no different shit in the back. When this nigga died though, dehydration. Could get either way. Wow. Nigga couldn't vibe. Was that like a other ending? Oh, it was.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
let
his
me
left.
just do one more. Yeah, I gotta stop lying. I just want to see. Let me just listen to this song.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And I wonder if you know what's... The last play, I'm gonna just listen to everything though.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
It was
walking,
good.
Eating, working.
Why you always
be
tuning in when I'm gonna get off?
Place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I want to see, so is this ending any different from the other one?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
I don't even know what that say.
how to feel.
You typed that in.
Lives,
So why would stars pop up? I don't even think Twitch
and
knew
that was
that.
all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, it's still working. Hey, I finally got a trophy. So is that all I had to? Did I just have to follow the whole fucking instructions and I would have beat the game? I didn't get no trophies for the other ending.
All of his co-workers
I finally got a
gone.
trophy.
What
and
could
it
it
still
mean?
start you over.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
All right, but that was
Perhaps
it,
he had
though.
simply missed a memo.
I'm off this shit then, bro. That's like, how long have I been on? That's like 1 hour and 19. That's 1 hour and 19 minutes of fucking different endings. Shit, it's, even though you just got, bro, you don't have to be tuning into the streams anyway. But appreciate you for tuning in. Like, I think I was about to go on Marvel Rivals, but I look, you want to take like a 30-minute, 20-minute break for no reason. You feel me? But yeah, in the stream, appreciate you for tuning in. At T. Well, I'm off this game now.